Hello, everybody. It is Friday, the 30th of May. I want to talk about the creation story in Genesis and really thinking about whether you can know God or what is God. Because we desperately need some definitions here. Because God is this, that, and the other. To different people, he's different things, and unless we have a common language, we cannot talk to each other. We're using the same words with different definitions, and then our language is confused. So we need to have a baseline understanding and using the words mean in the same meaning, so we can talk to each other. And I think Genesis actually shows you what God is. So we can start to understand what it is we're talking about. Now, the story in Genesis is in a way leading. To me, it is leading. Because it shows a chronological order of things that have happened, but every time it uses the word God. So there's only one word, and that gives you the distinct impression that it's all done by the same consciousness. And I don't think it is. Yeah? Now, either this is a deception, it is done deliberately to hide the truth, or, really, you must see, first of all, who is telling the story. And this book, the Bible, is a Jewish tree of knowledge, so to speak. And the one thing you need to see about Jews is they are monotheists. To them, there is only one. Yeah? But I think we need to go beyond that. Because to me, when they go into a state and they see this bright white light and they say there's love, yeah? Well, the perception of the white light is you see all, and that is most likely seeing the Creator, yes, the field, all. But you're unable to see the colors of the rainbow that are contained within the white light. You cannot make the distinction. But you see all, but you cannot see the different parts that it contains. And then if you see this white light, you actually have the smallest knowledge that you can possibly have. It's not the greatest, it's the smallest. It is like looking at a human body from the outside and saying, well, that is one block thing. But you do not know all the distinctly different from each other organs that are inside of the body, all the different parts that make up the entire body. So if you look at a human body from the outside and you just see this one block thing, you have the smallest knowledge you can possibly have. Yeah? So then monotheism is really the smallest knowledge. That perception is the smallest knowledge you can have. You need to then go into it and see the distinctly different working parts that are contained within the white light, within the Creator. So then let's look at Genesis, because I really think it is speaking about different consciousnesses doing different things. So if it says, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth, I think here we are speaking about the level of Creator. Yeah? That is the Creator making himself known. Whichever way you want to describe this, what form it took, when it happened. If you want to go with the Big Bang as an explanation, good. Come and go with it. But it's just that, the Creator became all his working parts. It's kind of, he spread himself inside out kind of thing. So that's the first part of creation. But then we come to the next bit. And here is, and the earth was without form and void, and the darkness was upon the face of the earth, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the water. Now, here we are speaking only about the earth, and that is just one distinct part of all of creation. We know the earth is not the only thing in the heavens. Yeah? So we're no longer speaking about all, but only one distinct part. And here's one thing you can see is that as matter is not a creation of the mind. It exists. It existed apart from the mind of God. They were two distinct entities. So no, mind does not create matter. Matter exists. It is an expression of the Creator that is different from the mind, which is another expression of the Creator. Now, and here comes now God creates nature, basically, because that was his desire. God, the mind of God had a lot of desires, yeah, fish, trees, water, earth, whatever. He went on forever. He was filled with his desires. Now, the creative act that I can see here is actually the coming together of mind and matter. In a way, they're forming a marriage. That is the creative act, the coming together of the two. And then the earth gives birth, matter gives birth to the form that are the depictions of the desire of God, of the Spirit. God is Spirit, He is desire, and then earth forms itself. Matter becomes the depiction of the desire of God. So that is the creative act. It is not. It's not mind creates matter. It's mind becoming one with matter. They form a marriage. So then we have now the earth, we have nature, we have all these, the animals, the trees, land, water, we have all of that. Now, so at this point, matter is in a marriage with the desire of a God. And she is according to Him. Yeah, and she functions according to Him. This world functions according to the desire of God. Now comes the next part, and here comes God says, let us create man. Now we're at verse 26. Yeah? And God says, let us make man in our image after our likeness. Let him have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowl of the air, over the cattle, over all the earth, over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So there is another desire. There is a spirit that is God. That is a desire. And the desire of that God is to have dominion over this earth. Yeah? And again, the spirit enters into man, and man becomes the image of that spirit. The likes of a Klaus Schwab in this world. They are the fullness of that godly desire. That desire is not the original God. That is a different God. Because, I say, you know the spirit by its fruit. And nature, there is no part of nature, there's no one part of nature that has dominion over everything else. Not even the lion. Yeah? The lion does not go around saying, folks, let's slaughter all the herds because we can, and then here, first Africa and then the world. No part of nature does that. That was not contained within the desire of the first God, the first spirit that created nature. That is a desire that is alien to this world. It's an alien God, an alien desire. And it is not the same one. You know them by their fruit, and you see the fruit of the desire of that God that wants to have dominion in this world. It's manifesting, and it is destructive to the first desire. It is destructive to nature. Actually, it is destructive to ourselves because our bodies function according to the first desire. They are a part of this earth, and our matter is married to the first desire that created nature. And it functions according to that, according to its laws. Now we are possessed by a different spirit. We go against our own nature. And we destroy ourselves, we are destroying this world. So there you can absolutely know God. You know the Spirit. God is Spirit, and you know the Spirit by its fruit. You absolutely can know it. You can start to understand it. You can see it. You're experiencing the reality of God and the war of the gods that is happening in this world at the moment. You're experiencing the reality of it. The fruit. So yes, you can know it. Now we come to the individualized God. So, and that is, we are gods. Again, we are beings that have a spirit. We can have desires, individualized desires, like a God. We have energies that apparently can impact on matter, can change matter, as in the beginning. Yeah? So we are gods within a God, so to speak. Now, first commandment, when we look at the first commandment, it says, I am God, I am your God, you shall have no other gods before me. Yeah? So again, that first commandment would make absolutely no sense if there was only one. How can you have another God before that one if there's only one? Makes no sense. It only works if there's more than one. So, I am God. I am the intention that created this world. I am the spirit of this world. I should be the human spirit because you are a part of my world. You should have no other gods before me. So here we come to the individualized God, the individual that has desires and that is allowed to have desires, absolutely, as long as they work within the greater desire that is this world. You are not to elevate yourself above the God of this world. And you are not to worship other gods like you're becoming the image of an alien desire and bringing it into this world and doing according to it. So here, yeah, we should know, we need to know, we need to learn that we are gods. Yeah? We need to know that we have individual desires, and then on a greater level that we are energetic beings and that our energy can impact on matter. We should know that, but we should know our boundaries. We should know the law under which the law of this world within which we should operate. At the moment, the way everybody is going on, it's like Satan is the god of this world. He is evil, and whatever is coming in from out there is so much greater and completely back to front. It's this world that is good. It is you that is inherently good. Yeah? And it's this will to have dominion that is evil. Or at least destructive in this world. It shouldn't exist in this world. Now, as I said in my videos before, in this world there are many ecosystems, yeah, where the individual can live amongst others, giving and receiving, yeah, and there are many, as I said, many ecosystems. You can find the place where you fit in, where you can function, in something greater than yourself. But if your desire becomes something that is completely incompatible with this world, even all the choices you've been given, and you're still outside of that, you will get chucked out. Again, that is what that book says. You will get chucked out. Jesus was chucked out. He became the image. Now, he did not become a God himself. Jesus is God. No, he never was a God. He was the Son of God. He said that all the time. He became that would serve a different intention. And that is the intention of the God that wants to have dominion over the spirit. I want to have dominion over this world. He became something. He made himself something into something that would serve that. And in that he became incompatible with the intention of this world. And yes, he was chucked out. His energy went to the kingdom, to that other place, into another world. He did not go into all. Again, we're not talking all here, we're talking another distinct part that he went to. And, if you go that way, if you do not know what you are doing, if you do not understand the separate working God's intentions, that they create your energy, that they create who you are, and that at some point you may become incompatible with the intention of this world. And then you will get ruptured. Basically, you're getting thrown out. And I would not say that, this is the worst place you can be and everything out there is so much greater. Because you already see the workings of the spirit of that other God in this world. And I don't know it as good. I don't know about you, but I do not know it as good. It is anti-life, it is against life, it is against nature, it is against everything that was created here. And we should not become its image. But we should stay in the truth of the God of this world. I say we are individual desires. We can be powerful beings. It has been taught to us, we already know it in this world. You know about telepathy, you know about far viewing, you know about energy healings, everything that is now called supernatural. Yeah? And if you say that is real, it exists, is a part of this world as much as the physical, then it is only a question of, how far can you take that? How do you do it and how far can you take that? But first of all, you need to function in the correct law, because if you don't, you become destructive on speed. We're already destructive. functioning under the laws of a different God, a God that is not of this world, that is alien. So, and really, and here is, if we understand that, I mean, first of all, separate your creator from your God. We need to make a distinct separation there, so we know what it is we're talking about. One is that out of which everything is created, the other is a distinct part that is contained within all. So creator is all, God is only one part, and then no, God is all. And then no, there is more than one. Or we cannot have a conversation, we cannot reason if we're not talking about different parts. It's all one, then there's nothing to talk about, there's nothing to understand. And then how are we gods? And what is it we're in? So here, there is where we need, and we can give definitions, because we know them by their fruit. It is told to us in that book, the different working parts. So let's stop use words like God for anything and everything, but become a bit more defined about what it is we're talking about. So we can have a conversation and our language is no longer confused. Anyway, here I leave it at that for today, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.